Hey, what's up, you guys? It is T Graye here with the Look, Sex Talk with T Graye. Almost forgot who I was. Here on WEMS Radio. I hope you all are ready. I hope you all are engaged. We're going to have a fantastic show for you all tonight. I have two beautiful women on the show with me, you guys, and you know how I like it to have it with all the ladies in the house. We're going to have a fun time. Make sure that you are checking me out and you're streaming this. If you hope you're watching on YouTube, hope you're watching this on Facebook. Make sure that you do follow me at each and every place at VT Graye at the love below _sex talk with T Graye. First things first, you guys, my guest tonight, I got a little bit of everything for you all. We got Poetry and Porn Tuesday, supposed to be live. Two things that you all probably don't think mix, but I think it's a little bit of poetry in every poem that you see. So I have with me tonight former adult film star, Miss Deja. I know a lot of you are like super excited, can't wait to see her. And I have with me erotic poet, Miss Raye Monet from the DMV. She's going to come in here and bless you guys, get you all excited. Come on in here, ladies. Let's have a good time.
Okay, I'm in the show now. Okay.
Yes. Hey, ladies.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Thank you all for being on Sex Talk with T Graye. I'm excited to have you all on. I can't wait to see what people have to say in some of these questions that we're going to have tonight. So first things first, for those of you all who aren't familiar with my guests, up in the top, we have Miss Deja. Down at the bottom, we have the poet Raye Monet. And these ladies are professionals, you guys, in their own right. Miss Deja, I know it's people all over the place that came up on you, Miss Deja. It's probably some babies been born because of your hard work, Miss Deja.
My hard work.
Seriously, probably some babies been born due to your hard work.
Due to my hard work, yes.
Amen. So, Raye Monet, tell my audience a little bit about yourself.
Oh, absolutely. Well, hello, everybody. I'm poet Raye Monet. I am a DC native. I am an erotic poet and author, and I actually currently have 7 books that are available on Amazon. And I am a different type of erotic poet because I tend to write erotic poetry with a twist. So every poem has this angle of, sexual education. It's about sexual empowerment. It's about knowing everything that you need to know to kind of move to the next level. And I really pride myself on my work. But not only do I do books, but I'm also a visual artist. I tend to paint most of my book covers. I also produce events. I have a series called For Couples Only, where we actually have professionals come and teach couples on the spot, like different sexual techniques to help out their bedrooms. And we also have a homeless sex ed initiative that's underway right now. So I am very, very excited. Not only do I do all of that stuff, but I also have a group called Authors of Erotica, where I help other authors to get published and to help them thrive in the erotica community, as well as me having a 3-year-old toddler. So I've got a lot going on. I am working all the time.
One thing that you said that I think is very, very important just in the realm of sex is empowerment. Ms. Deja, tell us a little bit about how that word reflects in what you have done and what you're currently doing.
Empowerment.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I feel like what you do is empowering. If not for anybody else, definitely for yourself because of what the levels you could take with it. But then some people or some women who might be self-conscious, like you give them confidence. You do a lot for women. It's not just for, you know what I mean, the guys.
Yeah, I do. I mean, not to sound like, okay, yeah, I do. Like, okay. How do I feel I empower a lot of BBW women because I mean I was like one of the first BBW women out there who was doing. I've only done a few porns, but I did a whole lot of erotic things by myself. So they labeled me as a porn star because I was in so many magazines, and I was like one of the first Black ladies in like some of the publications. You know, they didn't have a whole lot of Black ladies, and then I was a big girl at that.
Mm.
So that really empowered me to know that it doesn't matter your shape, your size, your color. It doesn't matter. If somebody desires you,
Yes.
they desire you. That's a totally different thing about being beautiful. But somebody can desire you, and Angelina Jolie could be sitting beside you, but they desire you.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
all about the desire of my business. You know, it's
Yeah.
the fetish of my business. You know what I'm saying? So I don't worry about what people feel. So that's the empowerment. I don't, because I'm someone's fetish, if you will. You know.
Yes. Yes. Most
So
definitely.
that's what empowers me, to know that I have paved the way for a lot of young girls who probably didn't feel good about themselves in school, so they might have started dancing, and they know me. They like, I remember the girl Deja, and she was dancing. She was thick like me, or she like, I think I'm plain Jane. She's plain like me. You know what I'm saying? Or I got big boobs. She got big boobs like me. I'm gonna get out there too. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm not perfect. So they'll be like, okay, she's not perfect. So I'm gonna try this too.
Yeah. Most
You know,
definitely. Most definitely. And that's one thing that I absolutely love. I love for women to just own it. You know what I mean? Some things that society will tell you is a flaw. Some things that society will say, okay, well, you're not supposed to be this way. You're supposed to fit into this perfect little mold that we say is okay. And then when you step outside of that, it's always looked at negatively. But so I dig it. I dig the fact that you own every inch of you. You know what I mean? And you not ashamed, and you not like love it. Here it is. You
here's
know what I mean? Because I think a lot of women need that. A lot of women go inside themselves and don't necessarily put anything into or put any stock into what's on the outside. Some women just don't love themselves. You know what I
they
mean?
and they
So
need to. They need to.
most definitely. Most definitely. So one thing that she did touch on, Ray Monet, is desire, which is so important. I think when we know that we're desired, that's when we're truly sexy. But how do you take desire and then put that on paper? Like, is that when you're writing, is that your own desire? Is that what you see in other people? How does that translate into what you write?
Um, that is a tricky question.
Mhm.
Um, the reason why it's tricky is because I feel like uh, my poetry is so spontaneous,
Mhm.
and so I could hell, I could be sitting here and a thought will hit me, and I've got to grab a pen and you know what I'm saying, and I have to start writing. Okay, now sometimes when I was younger, a lot more often, I would produce a full poem, a complete piece. But as an adult, you know, I feel differently about that. So I'll write as much as I can in that spurt, and then I'll go back and I examine what my writing already says.
Mhm.
So what was that sporadic thought that I got out of my head? What was I actually saying, and how can I like extrapolate upon that point? So sometimes, yes, those are, you know, my desires. Like, oh, I feel so, you know, enamored with this person that I just have to, you know, just feel this or say this or do this. And that's fine. But there are other times when I may be observing a situation,
Mhm.
or you know, your friends call you up and they ask for advice, you know what I mean, and that might spur, you know, a different piece or something like that. So it's very tricky to answer. So I guess both maybe
Okay.
is the answer at the end of the day.
Okay.
So it's very case by case situation.
Okay. So, Miss Deja, with
Uh-huh.
everything that you've done, when you're approached, or not necessarily when you approach, you're past the point of being approached, you're dating, you are being intimate or whatever. Um, do you ever feel that men put in the same level of intimacy or go for the same type of intimacy, or do you think that it's different because of your history and because of which the field that you've worked in? Do you think that people that when people approach you, that they still put in the same type of intimacy?
Um, I think that they come in and they're scared. Sometimes they think that I'm going to do more than what some other lady's going to do.
Mhm.
But I put a saying on my Instagram. This is what I was. It's a saying that I saw the other day, and it says there are women out there who put church. They put Bible verses on their Instagram,
Mhm.
but they suck dick better than a porn star, and
Yes.
it's the truth. So it doesn't matter if you're a porn star or somebody go to church on Sunday. Your skills um are not good because I did porn. And
Right.
it's not bad because I did porn.
Mhm.
Actually, I feel that when two people, I'm going back to the desire each other. When
Yeah.
they desire each other, that's when they um that's when the sex is so much better.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like one time I had sex with someone and I came before I even was able to touch them because it's all in your mind, you know.
Then, yes.
You know, if I even touched the person, I just was like, what is going on?
Hmm.
So it's whether you have to desire the person. But sometimes men try to come in with their A game and they try to do too much, and it's like, I'm just done. Like, you're doing too much. When sex is just sex is between two people who desire each other
Hmm.
and they're looking to have a good time, and just let all that other stuff out of your head. Don't care that I'm a porn star or was a porn star. I'm retired. I don't
Right.
do it anymore.
Hmm.
Um, it's nothing wrong with it. It just wasn't for me anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own journey. You know what I mean, with what they want to do. I know Roxy Reynolds is running a trucking company. Okay, doing fantastic things. So it's like it doesn't. A lot of people have this assumption that that's your end all be all, but that's just not the reality. But I wanted to ask you that question because even in me doing my shows and talking about sex, like there's this notion about what T Gray is supposed to be like in the bedroom. And there's a notion that, well, T Gray, she's gonna eat a man up and spit him out, and that it's an assumption that I don't deserve or I shouldn't be owed the same amount of respect or intimacy or anything else as another woman that you approach because I talk about sex. Or you think when you get in the bedroom, you're going to get T Gray when the reality is you just get Tiffany. you
Oh
know,
my goodness.
yeah, you just get me. You know what I mean? So, do you ever run into those types of things, Ray Monet? Do people have this assumption about you because you write about sex?
Yes, and I was about to chime in. I was getting my church finger ready, girl. I was, hold on, can I?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
because yeah, I definitely have gone through that. For sure. And I mean, not just because of the content even. It's sometimes just because of the titles of the books. Or they could only just hear, oh, you write erotic poetry?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And then it's like this whole eyebrow. And as soon as they make the eyebrow, I also automatically am like, no. Like anything that I was thinking about, business, no. Like relationship, no. Like friendship, mm-mm. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm automatically checking you off the list because I know what that eyebrow means. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like it's for me, it's done. But I also I have a piece that's called horror, and of course that's it's assuming, it's provocative, and it's going to make people like kind of raise an eyebrow. And I want you to raise an eyebrow at the piece, and listen to it and then filter through it and then be like, oh, da 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 da. But of course, there are people who only listen to, the sexual content, and they're only interested in like, oh, well, she said dick. She must want some. You know what I mean?
Right.
No, no, thank you. I'm good. And even if I wasn't, I have like 20 in the drawer, so I will be fine. Either way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's very upsetting, I think, when people make those assumptions. Just like any time that people make assumptions, in your blackness, in your womanhood,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
you're not smart enough because you're a woman. Oh, you're angry because you're a black woman. Like,
Mhm.
come on now.
Yeah, and it's just not the
Let's
case.
do it.
It's just not the case. So you touched on where
Yeah.
I was going to go next. Masturbation. I know that
Mhm.
I feel like it's one of the most important things that we should do as women. I think that it's important for us to learn our bodies. Maybe not to the point of desensitizing ourselves, but I think it's important for us to learn our bodies. Not only is it just healthy, you know what I mean, and keep burn a couple calories and whatnot, but I think it's healthy to know you. I think that's one of the most important pieces about sex is knowing your body, know what gets you there, know how to take yourself there, and then also being able to effectively communicate that to a partner. Um, Ms. Deja, do you think that masturbation is important, or do you feel as though um, it can kind of it can kind of come and go?
Um, if you masturbate too much, it desensitizes you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know what I'm saying? Like that you don't get the real good feel of sex with a man or woman, whichever one you like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it desensitizes you to me. Like if you masturbate every day and then let's say you have sex on that same day you masturbate, it's not gonna feel as good as if you wait 3 or 4 days and then you have sex with that man or that woman that you like. So I don't like to masturbate. I want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. I want somebody to do it for me. You know,
Yeah.
but like
Yes.
not saying I haven't. But I just feel like if you're not in a relationship, masturbation is fine. But if you're in a relationship, explore your partner.
Give me that.
Explore your partner. Yes, you have to.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. So I noticed just myself, my masturbation habits do change if I'm getting it regularly versus if I'm not. And then, so I'm gonna just go ahead and tell y'all, like during the pandemic, y'all, I was a little fucked up, okay, because I wasn't getting none. And then I guess it had been so long when I tried to masturbate, like my shit wasn't working, y'all. It was like my girl was broken. And I was like, who's gonna fix my girl? Because it seemed like it just it seems as if my desire, even for myself, had ran out. Like it was on empty. Like I've never experienced that before. Um, so going through that and then like slowly trying to come to the other side of it, it's been a very interesting process. Like there was no toy or anything. I had went and bought stuff and like nothing was working. Um, Miss Ray Monet, what type of advice would you give to a woman who is just having that type of hard time? Like, what would you suggest if you could give her the perfect words to use or the perfect motivation? Like, what would you say to her?
Mhm. I am so glad that you asked this, okay? Because I have a book for just the occasion. Ah, this is Expose Your Inner Diva. I mean, don't mind my shameless plug, y'all, okay?
Hey,
This is
hey,
Expose
hey! I
Your
set
Inner
this stuff
Diva.
up the way I do for a reason. Go ahead.
You gotta do what
Um,
you gotta do, honey.
but this book is it's a workbook. So it's actually for my like listeners and readers and things like that to work through their own sexual past, their own sexual histories. You know what I'm saying? To start living their best sex lives. It's just about unpacking a lot of baggage, and I think that the key word that you mentioned was quarantine. No, 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 really, really. No, I'm
I'm not
serious.
laughing at you. I'm laughing at one of the comments. One of the comments said
Oh,
they have an after the pandemic sex class for me. I'm sorry.
okay.
That
Listen,
was funny.
that's real. That's
Yeah.
real. Okay, because honestly, so many people have been so emotionally drained and physically exhausted
Mm-hmm.
through this entire thing,
Mm-hmm.
like that it is absolutely understandable that that would happen. Okay, it's not it's not unique. Like this has happened before. It's happened outside of the pandemic. Okay, as well. Like I want you to know that first of all, that it's normal. Like that there's nothing wrong with you. Like your girl is not broken. Okay, but it's just the rest of you that needs a little bit of love before she gets hurt. So
Mm-hmm.
just like in foreplay, you're trying to heat the whole body up. Okay, cool. Well, heat your mind up. Reconnect your mind with your body, with your spirit again. Get the replenishment in those areas, get the battery up in those areas. And I bet when you revisit her, it'll be a whole different story. You know what I'm saying? And I really just think that that's what it boils down to is self-care. Because we have all, again, been so fucking tired. Oh my God. 2020 is still like it's shit is still carrying over. You know what I mean? So it is perfectly understandable. And honestly, I really just believe self-care is going to be the very first thing that's going to lead to more success down the road. She's not broken. She ain't broke.
I have to put in a repair shop, y'all.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
It's okay. It's okay. Normally that would have been a sad moment for me, but it's okay. My girl, she'll get better. She'll get better. But Miss Deja, I would love to know, just um given your experience, what is now the most important thing about sex to you?
The connection. When you get older, it's the connection. Like when I was younger, I'm gonna be honest, I was all over the place, having sex with everybody under the sun. I was a groupie. I mean, I used to stand at the door. Don't you know, like football players, you know how the women stand at the doors?
Mm-hmm.
I used to do that. I just was, but now if I could talk to my younger me, I would have told my younger me, stop doing that. But now I'm older. Like, I mean, rappers, they just standing outside the door. That's how I used to be. And as I got older, and now I'm looking for a connection with somebody. We could watch TV, watch a good movie, and then go into the bedroom and have a good time. That's what I'm looking for now. You kind of calm down a little bit. I'm looking for conversation,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get to know somebody, and then that's better sex to me.
Amen.
You might could get once in a while, you know what I'm saying? You might meet somebody that look like Idris Elba or something like that, and you have your one night stands. Those are good too.
Mm-hmm.
But my main thing is the connection with somebody.
So of all these experiences and these I'm not gonna call them long lines, but I've seen some lines outside these green rooms. Is there one experience that stands out to you, like something that you'll always remember? Without name dropping.
I mean, okay. Yeah, it's a wonderful experience I had with a singer, and I mean, he just, I didn't, and I'm a porn star. That people was, that's what they say I am. So I've had a lot of sex, but this man made me squirt. I mean, long streams. So I mean, I'll never forget that experience.
Look, she had the finger snap.
Streams.
So I think, like, squirting though, like when you do have somebody that makes you squirt, I think that those are always those kind of memories like you don't forget. So so you all might not know because you all my guests today, but I'm super transparent. I tell all my business. Um, I first squirted when I was like 16, and so I didn't understand it. I didn't know what was going on. And the person who I was with was like, it's okay. This is what happens. For me, I was like, oh my God, I just peed on you. I don't know what to do. So I didn't meet another person that could make me reach that type of climax again until I was an adult. And I mean, talking another 16, 18 years later. And so when it happened again, and just the feeling and the rush, and for it to, it was amazing to me. And so it's like one of those things, even though I'm not with that person anymore, it's one of those things that whenever it happens, like, oh, that's going in a file, like shit. Like when I'm 80, I'm still gonna remember these niggas that made me squirt. I feel like it's something so much more powerful than any other type of ejaculation. Like to me, it's a difference between when I just come or when I have an orgasm versus when I squirt. What do you think about that, Ray Monet? Do you think it's a difference in the way that we ejaculate as women, or do you feel like it's all kind of the same? We just give it different names.
No, no, no. There definitely is a difference. There's actually, I think about, oh God, I think it's 12, maybe 14 different types of orgasms that they have documented. So there are quite a lot of them, and I'm going to be honest now, I cannot name all 14, so please don't ask. But but I will say that that squirting is not mutually exclusive, like to orgasms. So you can squirt without having an orgasm. You can have an orgasm without having squirted. You can have a non-squirting orgasm that is stronger and more pleasurable than a squirting orgasm, and vice versa. So it's literally just per person, just like any other sexual thing. Like some people squirt a lot, some people squirt a little, some people don't squirt at all, and that's just how it is. Some people have vaginal orgasms, some people have clitoral orgasms, like only. Some people can have both, and I think that through a process of masturbation, a process of learning your body, a process of exploring your body, that you can start to massage those different things and start to unlock some of those potentials. But yeah, I mean, in general, like, have at it, have fun. It's all very good. And enjoy as many of them as you can. Because that's like one of my side missions. It's one of my unspoken missions, is to like get women as many orgasms as I can, like through like my health. Like I'm just gonna drop little tidbits here and there. Like hopefully that helps you like get a little more action.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Um, so Miss Deja, how
Yeah.
has sex changed for you going from being in the industry to no longer being in the industry? Um, what's the biggest change that you've seen? Or is there any?
There's no change. I mean, okay, like not any change at all, I wish I could say that there was, but there's really nothing. I mean, like I said, I was a freak then, I'm a freak now, so I'm still freaking.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
I'm a freak.
There you go.
That's why. That's why I
So
did the
is
movie.
there a real separation between the professional Deja or the personal Deja in the bedroom? Like, is there a separation that you have to go through when you're
No separation.
okay?
No separation because it depends upon the guy. Some guys I'm not gonna give my all to. Some guys I'm gonna give my all to. So depends on who the guy is, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, if I was a freak 20 years ago, I'm a freak now. So most women that get into the industry is because they're exhibitionists
Mm-hmm.
and they're freaky ladies. You know what I'm saying? And they really like sex. So somebody told them, well, hey, you can have sex and get money too. And they were like, okay, let's do this.
Right. Do you feel like there's still stuff out there for you to learn?
Yes. Every day. Something for me to learn every day. Sexually, yes. Something for everybody to learn every day. As you get older, your body gets different, so
Mm-hmm.
you learn so many different things. Like with men, and I'm getting ready to go off on a whole nother probably
Get it.
tangent.
Get it.
Like
Yeah.
with men, I start to notice as men get a little older, they get a little more, I don't want to call it gay, but
Mm-hmm.
they've done so much with their penis. They want to try their asshole. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, so I'm all for it to do something different.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing
whatever makes
wrong with
somebody happy. But like when men get a little older and they've had a lot of sex with men, I mean with women, not with men,
that. Mhm.
that's when you can maybe stick your finger up there. As
Mm.
they get a little older, they start to open up about it. Because some guys, oh, I don't want that to happen. Once they get a little older, they be like, all right, you can stick your finger. Oh, you can stick a vibrator. Oh, you
So
can stick a dick.
that's interesting to me because I have this discussion with men, and so it's so many men that have that notion that, oh well, if you play with my ass, oh I'm not gay, don't do that. I'm like, but hold on, some of the best nuts you have come from your prostate being stimulated or
Yeah,
come from,
stimulate.
you
Yeah.
know what I mean? You even if you just put a little thumb back there, not I'm not telling you ladies what to do, but I'm just saying.
I mean, if that's what they like, that's what you like to do.
So
But I do whatever it takes to make my partner happy. I'm gonna do it.
So I've had not many experiences because this is not something that I share with everybody, but maybe two or three solid, experiences doing something with the guy back there. And for me as a woman, if I see a dude balled up in a fetal position because of some shit I just did, I think I take that as a pat on my back. Like I'm walking around with my chest poked out, like, oh look what I did to
Yeah,
him.
that's what you do. You do whatever it takes to make the person happy. I feel that's just my opinion.
But I think it's interesting, even too, that you say that as men get older, that they, start to want that. So I've asked other men in entertainment, because they have this notion that they've done everything, they done had sex everywhere with every kind of woman, so there's nothing left to learn. But my challenge was, maybe still find something new. I think sex evolves. Sex evolves just as we do, just as we change. It also changes. It's always something new and something else to try, something else to learn. But you do have to be open to it. You do have to be open to it. Like I don't know if I'm going to just go straight from sucking dick to putting my finger up your ass. I might not, but baby steps. But baby steps. Like I feel like not that every man has to just want it. But I feel like if I should be open to anything for you, you should maybe at least try some stuff for me. Like I feel like if you want to go up in my ass, it should be fair exchange, no robbery. I'm just say that fair
That's
exchange.
what I'm saying.
if you if you want to be back here, like what's even? How do we even this out?
Hmm.
What do you think about that, Ray Monet? Have you ever had to write anything about that experience, or have you ever seen it, experienced it?
Uh, I have experienced anal. I have written poems about anal. I have written poems about pegging. I have written poems about homosexual intercourse. So yes, is the answer to the question. Um, I really try to cover as much ground as I can in terms of, again, just sex and sexual education. And because it's such a wide spectrum, I really try to have at least one piece, at least one,
Mm-hmm.
that's touching on, some spectrum of everything, so that at least everyone is getting represented in some form or fashion. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I feel that I'm still at the beginning of my career and I've got tons of stuff that I'm working on and tons of stuff that's ahead of me. And I look forward to exploring all of those facets even more.
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. So, Miss Deja, with you having, I guess, your background being in the porn industry, like I know some musicians who once they're in the bedroom, they don't want no music on. Like, do you still watch and enjoy porn, or because you've been in that industry, are you just not into it?
I enjoy it. I don't consider myself. This is a myth with people with me. I
Okay,
know I go back and forth about this.
okay.
I did 2 movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a few clips here and there. And I can't go to the store without nobody knowing me. I got a girlfriend who's done over 500 films, and she can go anywhere and nobody says anything to her. But I didn't do too much in the industry. I did a whole lot of solo. I did girl, and I did just 2 porns with guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't, whether I did porn or not, I think that everybody likes to watch a little bit of porn. I think to
Okay,
see 2 other people doing it kind of gets you hot, you know.
got you. So, does your friend have them same titties?
This is my what?
Your friend, you said people don't know your friend. I said, do she got them same titties?
Do oh I don't I, oh my oh no, she don't have the same
Oh,
titties.
see, and that's where she went wrong. See,
Oh,
But maybe because she's an icon, you know. We see that Mustasia, was one of the first. I mean, it might just be because you're an icon, you're a trendsetter, like,
let me tell you something, Anastasia.
and there's nothing wrong with that, girl.
Nothing at all. Nothing
mm,
at all. Like when I was able to make sure that I had you on the show, I was like, ooh, I want her to be here in person just so I could just sit beside the titties. Just brush my arm up one time. Just one time. But so being known for that, like,
for having these huge tits.
yeah, does it ever get to be cumbersome to be known for that? Like, does
Yes,
it? Yeah. Okay.
yes, it does. Sometimes it works for me, and sometimes it doesn't. Yeah. So yeah, sometimes people keep texting me as I'm looking at. Sometimes it's like, oh my God, guys just think I'm a freak. And then sometimes it kind of gets me in the door to somebody that I want to date. You know what I'm saying? Because just because somebody desires you when they first see you, women get so mad. All they want to do is have sex with me. You can turn it around. You can go and have dinner with that guy, even though he wants to have sex with you. Go have dinner with that guy, and then you never know how it can turn out. You all could become really good friends.
Right. Right.
So it works for me sometimes. You know, sometimes I get in the stuff for free. You know, so sometimes, but then sometimes it doesn't work for me because I could be sitting somewhere and I'm not in that mood, and somebody notices, oh, you're Dejan, I seen you do this, and I'll be like, I'm sitting here, you know, and I'm not in the mood for this today.
Mhm. So how do you sift out who wants you for you versus who wants you because you're Deja?
Well, this is what I learned, and I learned this not too long ago, like maybe this last year, the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter what you've done or who you are. Somebody gonna love you. They're gonna love you regardless. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I used to I had broke up with a guy, and I said I was crying. I was like, is it because I was Deja? Is it because I was overweight? Is it because all of those things?
Mm-hmm.
He left me for a lady that looks similar to me and had the same background
Mm-hmm.
and another counterpart. So it wasn't me. It's just that I wasn't I wasn't the one he wanted. You know what I'm saying? And I had to accept that I wasn't what he wanted. And it had nothing to do with what I did. And that's what I thought in my heart. I was like, he left me because I'm Deja.
Right.
But then he goes out and gets another girl in the industry that big boobs like mine, and
Mm-hmm.
they living happily ever after. She did porn, she did all that, and he's with her and doesn't care.
Mm-hmm.
So when somebody love you, they're gonna love you regardless. I don't really have any problems. I'm always in some kind of relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It goes with your personality. If you're fun to be with and someone likes to be around you, that's all that matters.
Ain't nothing wrong with that though. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So when you're I'm sorry, Raymond, this question's for you. I apologize. Let you know it's coming your way. Um when you're going through this process of writing, do you find that it's easier to write your own experience, or is it easier for you to write from just experience in general? That's how you view it.
I think it's a lot easier to write from experience in general. And that's for numerous reasons. But the number one reason is because if you're being more general, more people can relate to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you want to, or that's what I want to do with my poetry. Not everybody has the same goals. So, what I want to do is, reach, of course, the, highest number of people who are going to understand exactly what picture, what image I'm trying to form for them, what thought path I'm trying to, kind of take them down. Um, and A- Actually, yeah. Would you mind if I spit a piece for you guys?
No, I
Is
was
that
gonna
okay?
ask before the show was over. No, come on. I was gonna ask.
Well, thank you. I'm
Yeah,
I'm
I would.
so glad.
I
Um,
read some of your work,
because
so I already know. I already know how amazing it is. Like I love erotic poetry, but I'm ready. You ready,
oh,
Deja?
thank you.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Deja ready.
So because we're talking about like general experiences, so I think that this piece is like pretty perfect. For
Can I
that.
throw out one thing?
Mhm.
I just
Yeah.
want to let them know that I have an OnlyFans. It's OnlyFans Miss Deja, MSDEJA.
Look,
Then I want to let them know that I have a book called How to Get Rich in the Exotic Industry. So if you want to know how to do all this and make an income, a good income, you can get that book, How to Get Rich in the Exotic Industry.
listen, I wasn't
And
gonna
then
leave none of that out, y'all. Y'all don't understand. I will make sure that my audience has access and info, everything. So we still gonna bring it back around to that, Miss Deja. I might need that book myself because
I was
I
about to
feel
say,
like
listen, I
you
didn't even
try,
know that
you
you
try to
had
make some money.
something. I feel like I have at
another
least one
author.
thing that could bring me 5 grand a month. At least one. At least something. I don't know if I gotta give him a nipple, a lip, a toe, whatever.
I can hook you up. Let me just talk to me after the show. I can show you how.
Listen. All righty, we're gonna let Ray Monet do her thing and then we're gonna get back to our girl talk.
Girl, listen, first of all, I didn't even know we had another author in our midst, miss. So,
I did
yes,
there. I did
okay.
there. That's good
That
information.
is great. That's awesome. That is so awesome. And congratulations on your book, no matter when it came out. Okay. Like, that is so, so awesome. Like, yes, because that shit is hard work. Whew. But anyway, uh, so this piece is called On the Inside, and it's from my most recent book, Happy Poems for Healing Hearts. It sounds so nice, but it is so sexy. It's so general stuff. So on the inside, my heart beats your blood. It pumps you through my veins. You are a part of me, and my heart knows the same. It speeds when it hears your name, slows when it sits at home, wrapped in your arms and feeling safe. On the outside, I glow just to see you approach. My breath quickens, hands soaked, sweat upon my brow, cheeks go rose. I produce a smile so wide that the sun shines. And while you can't see it, I promise my panties start dripping like we're out by the poolside. On the inside, hormones raging, alarm bells ringing, vibration starts deep within my loins and rapidly overtakes me. Fever shoots up, the door closes, it's just us. I'm tempted to act, but my mind is telling me to hold back. Troops are there on the perimeter, staving off the attack, but the last bastion of my civility is about to be hacked because on the outside, As soon as she touched my hand, I released a small sigh, eyes closed. Inhaled your scent, triggering the relaxation of my shoulders and my thighs. You look into my eyes. My knees are weak, but they can't seem to keep me upright, so you pull me in tight, bracing for the affection. My heart and chest connects, and my heart booms in 808 for a physical connection. Moist lips this close to a kiss. Eyes searching eyes for a hint of resistance, but there isn't, so you rile my hormones by wrestling my tongue into submission. On the inside? No, outside. Inside? I don't know. We're all going berserk. I'm pretty sure that my brain is soup, and I'm pretty sure that my panties are worse. The only thing that I'm certain of is that my whole body feels like a plasma ball because every inch that your fingers touch feels electric, like I'm the bulb. We're too closely involved. I back off. Check your eyes to see the lessons form. You're looking like a hungry lion, and I'm a puma about to get pounced on, but God damn it, it turns me on. On the inside, your slick words sliding down between the crease of my hemispheres, causing synapses to fire on all cylinders. Shit, I've never thought like this before. Stimulated mentally would be a verbal description. See, I can't place a proper piece of text or phrase that could summarize the predicament that I'm in today. I am simply overwhelmed. Heat created in my loins rises up, crests upon my forehead, and rolls down into my breasts. My chest heaving in step with your breath's synergy. We connect on a level unmet, but my spirit of discernment is telling me that this is all a test. And if I walk away, you'll either fail or rise to the crest. So I'm just going to leave you with a friendly kiss and a pat upon the chest, explaining that this is all too much for me and I must simply divest. You'll either show me that you're respectable or show me that you're a mess. Either way, this night will be examined no matter how you reacted after I made my protest. That's on the inside.
Oh, that was
That
good.
is good. That
Good.
is very good.
That was good. Oh, that is so real. Like that
I
emotion,
just
that
came
feeling.
inside and outside.
Congratulations.
I'm
Very
sorry, it's
good.
the comment.
That was good. That was good. Well, that
Really
build
good.
is something so amazing. Like the reality of what you were saying, and like yes, like yeah.
Like, yeah. And that's one of the like the general things. Like everybody has these feelings. Everybody has these feelings. Everything that I'm saying is scientific. Like it's the science of what happens to our bodies when we see another person. This is not unique to me. You know what I mean? It's something that is able to translate to everybody. And even more important, I think, is the ending, which is where it's like, okay, well, all of these things are so great when we're in the heat of the moment and where things are feeling good and pressing on. But if I stop, if I say no, if I back away, if I go home, how are you going to act? Like, are you going to stay respectable? Are you going to mistreat me? Like, how are you going to take the news of not right now? Like, give me like let's wait till the third date. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. You know? And I think that that is just as important as all of that heat and all of that buildup and all of that desire and all of that emotion. Because of course, like everybody loves everything when it's going good.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, but just, and I mean, just as in choosing your partners, like I think it's very important to see how someone is angry, like how someone acts and behaves when they're upset before you get like into a full relationship, before you get into a sexual one, maybe.
Mhm.
I mean, sometimes there's not time for that. Okay. Pre 2020, we see each other in the club, shit might be popping, shit might be right. Okay. Okay. But now we do have the luxury of slowing down just a little bit and discerning a little bit more. And I think that that's so important.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. So thank you so much for sharing that. That was super dope. I can't wait
Thank
to
you.
see you do some poetry in person because I love that. I really, really enjoyed it. So
Well,
I
I'm
want
always performing,
yeah.
always, and still, even through this crazy pandemic. I've been on Zoom shows. I've been throwing my own shows in person as well, and of course, socially distanced, keeping everybody safe. Like I said, I have a toddler, so I don't have some time for y'all bullshit out here. So you're gonna wear your mask when you're at my event, and you're gonna stay 6 feet apart, and I'm gonna give you this hand sanitizer, and we all gonna get home safe. So fuck all that. Okay.
So, Miss Deja, first of
Okay.
all, super entrepreneur. Okay, because Miss Deja work out full time, part time. I didn't know that you wrote a book, so you got to tell everybody about it. I think a lot of times we don't think about the business end of the business. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
People in my position, we only think about the sex. We think about what you do for us. But talk to us about your OnlyFans. Talk to us about your book. All of that.
Yeah. I have an OnlyFans. It's OnlyFans Miss Deja, and then I have a book, How to Get Rich in the Exotic Industry, and then I'm a bartender by trade, so I can come to your event and bartend. Um, I do it all.
Oh,
I used to throw parties before the pandemic with the dancers, and then I do a lot of things.
So was your OnlyFans something that came up as a result of the pandemic, or were you already into it before?
I was already into it before.
Okay, have you seen that on the business end that there's been like an increase money
Of,
wise during the
of course,
pandemic?
because everybody is indoors now, so the money is better for the ladies on OnlyFans,
Mhm.
and it's safer.
and
So much
it's
safer,
much
right?
safer. It's much.
So one thing that um, I've noticed about the OnlyFans is there is a space for everything. You know what I mean? Like I think people really underestimated how big OnlyFans was going to grow to be. I
It
really
is
believe it
huge.
did.
It is huge.
Like just as many, if you go to any porn site, you hit the categories, you got 100 categories. And I think OnlyFans does that too. I think it gives you anything you want. I just found out that it was Christian OnlyFans and they got the girls naked reading the Bible. I said, you know what? Well, amen. I
I
didn't
know. Yeah, they got everything OnlyFans.
I didn't know. But is this something that you see is going to be long lasting? Like, do you think OnlyFans is still going to stand 5 years from now, or do you think there's something for it to be even bigger?
I think the OnlyFans is going to get even bigger. I think it's going to stand about 20 years from now. Because if he's probably a multi-billionaire now, he's not going to let that money go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's like an Amazon in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
So you got Amazon making money and it's only getting bigger and bigger, right? Amazon is only getting bigger
Mm-hmm.
because there's more products on there. So then the women are products. Because OnlyFans is only going to get bigger and bigger because you got younger women getting ready to turn 18 and they're going to do OnlyFans. Or they turn 21, whichever is 21 or 18, they're going to do OnlyFans. Then you got grandmamas who's like, look, my pension ain't enough. And they got OnlyFans grandma.
Mm-hmm.
So they got OnlyFans everything.
Mm-hmm.
So this OnlyFans is gonna be around for about 20, 30 years. I got that. I got that happening. And if I could get some stock in it, I should have got stock in it. That's what I should have did.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's never too late.
I don't know what the stock name would be. So that's what I gotta.
Miss Deja, I know a money man. If you need, hey, I can connect you with a money man. If you need to figure that ain't nothing but a word. Ain't nothing but a word. Make your money grow.
You hear me? You put some stock in that OnlyFans. That OnlyFans is because everything is computer now. So that OnlyFans is something else.
Yeah, most definitely. But so, how do you feel like it measures up for you as far as your own experience? Do you feel like it measures up for you in as opposed to maybe doing a video or something like that? Is it how does that measure for you for your own experience?
OnlyFans, you do videos on there. You do the kind of videos you want to do. It's yours.
So it's creative
You
control. Got.
Yeah, it's your own creative control.
Mhm.
At first, I was gonna get real nasty, but no, I'm not. I mean, and mine is just really a boob fetish one
Hmm. Yeah.
because you got women making a lot of money, and it's just they're not even really even showing anything. They're just doing regular bikini pics, and they're making good money too.
Mm.
You got women from 600 pounds to 150 pounds. That's on OnlyFans,
So
and
sounds
they're all getting money,
business. Sounds,
huh?
so it sounds like I'm in the wrong business
Yeah,
because
they got women on there who eat naked. They sit there and they naked, and all they doing is eating, and that turns people on.
ooh, I could eat naked all day.
Hey, there you go.
Deja, I'm not doing something right out here in these streets. I'm telling you right now, I am not doing something right. So you guys, T Gray's gonna start
But
a.
remember one thing. I don't care how much money you make, it's never enough.
That's I get it.
It's
I
never
get
enough.
I get it. I get it. I do. I do. Because especially when it's so attainable, and I'm not gonna say, oh, it's so easy because there's work involved. You still gotta have lights, you still gotta have your phone, you still gotta pay for something. So it's still work involved and you still gotta be willing. You know what I mean? And make it something that you want people to know, or at least to see that you're enjoying it and you're just excited as they are. So it's work involved. I get it. But I'm just saying, I'm in the wrong business. Like
You in the right business, babe. You in the right business.
I keep talking to y'all people, and y'all, where my money? Run me my check.
I know people in this industry who have made millions of dollars and they have nothing now. I know people who they got steady money and they living good. You know what I'm saying? They're not millionaires.
Mhm.
So it's and then you got people you be like, where did your money go? And you living in a hotel and you done did 150 poems. You know, that's how this business goes.
Yeah, you do have to be smart about what you do with your money.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
which is why I had mentioned Roxy Reynolds earlier. Like I have a few other shows, and she was on one of my other shows, and I thought that it was so smart. Her starting a trucking business, her starting a perfume line. Like people don't really think about, like I said earlier, people don't think about life after the movies, and not just the people who are the ones appreciating the movies, but the people who in them. You know what I mean? But that's any industry. When it comes to entertainment, people have to be smart about their finances. You guys,
Yeah.
I know y'all came here probably thought we was going to end on sex, and we ended on money right now. But the power of our
Money and
knowledge
sex,
is
money and sex go together.
yes. But you
Sometimes money and sex go together.
hey, because sometimes if you ain't got one, you ain't got the other.
Huh?
Listen, make the world go round. Makes the
Yeah.
world go round. But
Hmm.
I want to make sure that everybody knows how to follow you guys. Everybody knows how to purchase your items. Um, we're going to go ahead and start with you, Miss Ray Monet. Make sure everybody knows how to get your books, where they can find you, where they can catch one of these great shows that you're doing.
Absolutely. So, as far as the follow information, super, super easy. Follow me at Poet Raymonet. So that's PoetRaemonet. And that's going to be everywhere on the internet. You'll be able to find me under the same name. And if you are looking for the For Couples Only events, our next event is going to be Sunday, July 18th. 2021. So we are looking forward to that. Very, very excited. So this is going to be an outdoor event. We're going to get physical. So I'm very excited about all of the possibilities there. And I am definitely in need of a bartender. So I will be hitting you up, Deja,
Look at that.
because
Look
yeah,
at that.
because we listen,
All black
like we all have work to
Thank
do.
you.
We all have work to do.
Okay.
Okay. And I am definitely about promoting women, especially. So that is a running theme. We normally have like 8 women and like 1 or 2 guys.
Okay, sounds
But that's
good.
just how it works out for me. But if you're looking for any of my books, any of my artwork, all of that stuff, you'll be able to find it through those same links. But you'll also be able to find it through a short bit link. So bit.ly/ Poet Ray Monet. You guessed it. Super easy, right? So hopefully you guys can give me a follow, purchase a book, give me a like here or there. I would definitely appreciate it. But really, it's just all about the message getting out there that, it's never just sex, and that we should all continue to really accumulate as much sexual knowledge and information as we can.
Very important. Very
Thanks for
important.
letting me be here. I
Oh, thank
appreciate it.
you. Thank you. This has been fantastic. Miss Deja, let everybody know where they can follow you and your pages.
Okay, you can follow me on Miss Deja Live on Instagram. So it's Miss Deja Live. And then you got MissDeja.com. I still have MissDeja.com, and I have my OnlyFans, Miss Deja. Then I have my book. The book is called How to Get Rich in the Exotic Industry. I'm not rich. I just want to let you know, when I say rich, I mean where you can be comfortable, in the exotic industry. I could show you places where you can make money. And I've always been the type of lady that ladies call and they ask me, how do you make money? And I put them on the right track. I have that. And I also bartend. So if you hit me up, I can bartend your event.
Let me tell
And
you something. I would love to just have events just for you to be there, because people who don't drink will be drinking all night. You understand me?
let me drink it all night. And that's what I love to do. That's my career. I love to get people drunk. I love being a bartender. It is the most, because I get to talk to people. I'm a people person. I like to talk to people, and I like to see people having a good time. So that was something I was doing the whole time I was in this business, was bartending.
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with that. When you find something you love, you better enjoy and have fun doing it. There's
I
nothing
have fun
wrong with
doing it.
that. So you all make sure that you support my ladies. I'm so glad that you all were on my show. You all make sure you follow Miss Deja at Miss Deja Live. Make sure you follow Poet Ray Monet at Poet Ray Monet. Make sure you guys follow me if you ain't already at VT Graye. That page will take you to the other page, will take you to the other page. You find all my shit. And I have a website up, you guys, www.sextalkwithtgraye.com. Hop on in there and get you some merch. Find out what I'm doing, what I got going on. And I'm going to see you all next week. Another fantastic show. We're going to be live. Make sure you come in through YouTube. Make sure you come in through Facebook. Make sure you just find me in this space. Okay? This space. So it has been fun. This has been educational. This has been sexy. I'm I'm just beside myself. I love it when I got strong, powerful ladies on. It's a beautiful thing. So I will see you all next week. In the meantime, in between time, bust a nut. Bye-bye.
All right, see you. Keep in touch.
Yes.